stop scrolling. This is the one list you don't want to miss. You've seen handguns jam, choke, and fail.
But what if I told you there are affordable pistols out there that simply, absolutely will just not quit?
We are talking about guns that laugh at dirt, mud, and battlefield abuse, firing when all others are down.
This isn't just internet hype from online forums. These are proven, duty-tested, and reliable handguns ready for service.
And today, we are counting down the top 8 budget pistols that have earned reputations for running no matter what.
Stay with me until the very end, because the #1 pick on this list will absolutely surprise you. Let's start.
Number 8, the Beretta PX4 Storm. Kicking off our official list at number 8 is the fantastic Beretta PX4 Storm.
This pistol doesn't always get the spotlight like Glock or SIG, but do not ever underestimate this firearm.
Chambered in 9x19mm, it also comes in 40 Smith & Wesson and the powerful 45 ACP.
In 9mm, the standard capacity is 17+1 rounds, using a flush fit magazine. Barrel length is 4 inches.
Its overall weight is about 27.7 ounces. What really makes it stand out is Beretta's unique rotating barrel system. Unlike tilting barrels, the PX4 rotates during recoil. This disperses energy and keeps the entire slide running much smoother.
This means significantly less felt recoil and more consistent cycling, even when the firearm is in dirty, harsh conditions.
Police agencies across Europe and South America have successfully run the PX4 in the line of duty for years. Civilian torture tests have pushed this pistol well past 100,000 rounds without any significant or catastrophic mechanical failure.
That's military-grade reliability in a pistol you can readily find on the United States market today for purchase.
It's a double-action and single-action pistol with an ambidextrous safety, interchangeable back straps, and a full-sized polymer frame.
The slide is robust. The internals are specifically designed to minimize wear, even when grit and carbon build up inside.
This firearm was literally built from the ground up to handle rain, mud, and sand, and just keep feeding. On price, the PX4 Storm retails new for around $600 to $650, which is a very reasonable value. But police trade-ins and used models can often be had for a low $350 to $400 price point.
That is some serious, undeniable value for a pistol that is this durable. And here is your important reminder.
Reliability isn't just about the pistol. Always stick with factory magazines and always run high-quality, reliable ammunition.
Keep it lightly maintained, and your PX4 Storm will keep firing long after many other pistols have already failed.
Coming in at number 7, we have the outstanding CZ-P10C. This is a formidable competitor on the list.
Chambered in 9x19mm, this compact striker-fired pistol packs a standard 15+1 round capacity. It features a 4.2-inch barrel and weighs in at only about 26 ounces when it is unloaded.
It's built on a polymer frame with an aggressive grip texture and interchangeable back straps, fitting almost any hand.
The P10C is often compared directly to the Glock 19, but CZ built it with their own unique flavor of toughness. It uses a cold hammer forged barrel, a tough nitride finish on the slide, and standard steel 3-dot sights. The trigger is crisp with a short reset. Many shooters insist that it beats the Glock trigger out of the box.
And when it comes to pure reliability, this pistol doesn't just compete with the best, it truly excels. Independent mud tests have buried the P10C in thick dirt, rinsed it, and run it again with 0 stoppages.
CZ developed this pistol with military contracts in mind, so ultimate reliability was never optional, it was a requirement.
This gun is absolutely duty ready and has been built to survive the most hostile environments on the planet.
As for price, the CZ P10C comes in new at around $480 to $550, which is highly competitive.
You will often see them used for around $400 to $420. That's a bargain for a pistol this proven.
Why does it matter? The P10C brings Glock-level durability, but with a distinct and comfortable European refinement. It's optics-ready in newer models, features ambidextrous controls, and is backed by CZ's long history of building battle-tough firearms.
And just like every single gun on that list, its reliability still depends on the basics. Stick with factory magazines. Use good ammunition and clean it when needed. Do that, and your P10C will shrug off the mud.
At number 6, it is absolutely no surprise to anyone, the legendary Glock 17. This is the benchmark.
Chambered in 9x19mm, it has a standard capacity of 17+1 rounds and a 4.49-inch barrel.
It weighs just under 25 ounces unloaded. It's striker-fired, polymer-framed, with Glock's famous safe action trigger system.
The Glock 17 has built its global reputation as the absolute benchmark for firearm reliability in a duty pistol.
It is the duty pistol for countless police and military agencies literally all around the entire world today.
It has earned that trust because it just doesn't stop. This is the pistol that's been frozen solid.
It has been buried in sand, dragged through mud pits, picked up, and it's still fired flawlessly every time.
There are many reports of Glock 17s passing 50,000 round endurance tests without a single part replacement.
In terms of simplicity, durability, and the wide availability of parts, nothing beats it at this price point.
You can find brand new Glock 17s for around $550 to $600, a very standard and fair price.
Used law enforcement trade-ins often hit the market for $400 to $450, which is an amazing bargain.
That puts it firmly in the budget category for a gun literally carried on the front lines of war.
Why does it matter? The Glock 17 is a pistol you can drop in the dirt, rinse off, reload, and trust.
It's simple, rugged, and backed by a global supply chain of parts and accessories. And just like always, remember,
Factory magazines and decent ammo are what keep Glocks running at that legendary level. Feed it cheap mags or weak reloads.
Even a Glock can hiccup, but treat it right, and it will keep feeding forever.
Sliding into number 5, the Beretta APX A1. Chambered in 9x19mm with a standard capacity.
It holds 17+1. Barrel length comes in at 4.25 inches. Overall weight is about 29 ounces.
It's a polymer-framed, striker-fired pistol designed by Beretta to compete directly with Glock and Smith & Wesson.
the APX series was Beretta's entry, and the A1 takes it further with an optics-ready slide and enhanced ergonomics.
The front slide serrations are some of the deepest and most aggressive, making manipulation easy even in mud.
When Beretta designed the APX, they submitted it for military trials, putting it through NATO standard mud tests. It survived everything thrown at it. Reports from independent shooters confirm the same, thousands of rounds without stoppages.
The trigger is crisp, reset short, and the frame texture keeps your grip solid in wet or muddy conditions.
Price point. New models come in around $500 to $550, and used ones often dip to $400 or less.
For a modern, optics-ready pistol with Beretta's legendary name on it, that's a seriously good deal.
Why it matters? The APX A1 gives you modern striker reliability with Beretta's track record of building Army sidearms. It was built for combat reliability, and it shows. Once again, the golden rule applies. Stick with factory magazines.
Use decent ammunition, and you'll have a pistol that shrugs off abuse like it was made for war.
At number 4, we've got the IWI Masada, Israel Weapon Industries duty-ready 9mm pistol. Chambered in 9x19mm, capacity 17+1, with a 4.6-inch barrel and weight just under 23 ounces.
It's polymer framed, striker fired, and features fully ambidextrous controls. The Masada was designed with Israeli combat doctrine in mind.
This is the company behind the Uzi and the Tavor rifle, weapons built for soldiers who face mud and sandstorms.
The Masada carries that same DNA. It's optics ready,
with a modular fire control that can be swapped easily.
It also features a low-bore axis, which helps to reduce felt recoil and get back on target faster.
Reliability testing has put the Masada through the same torture trials as NATO pistols: mud baths, drop tests.
End users in Israel and Europe have reported thousands of rounds with no stoppages. The finish resists corrosion.
The trigger system stays consistent, and the controls are oversized enough to manipulate even under high-stress situations.
On price, the Masada sits around $480 to $550 new, with used models occasionally dipping closer to $450.
For a combat-borne pistol from Israel Weapon Industries, that's excellent value. Why does it matter? The IWI Masada is not just a pistol for range use. It was designed for combat by people who know combat.
It handles mud, dirt, and abuse, and keeps firing. And as with all on this list, remember the basics. The most reliable pistol in the world still needs good magazines and clean ammunition. Feed it right.
The Masada will be as unstoppable as the rifles Israel has fielded for decades.
It has a standard capacity of 17+1 with a 4.4-inch barrel and an overall weight of about 27 ounces.
It is striker-fired, polymer-framed, and ergonomically one of the most comfortable pistols in its entire class.
The SAR-9 earned its reputation in Turkey's military trials, where it was put through brutal reliability testing.
Buried in sand, dunked in water, dragged through mud, and fired in freezing conditions, the SAR-9 came out on top.
It earned a place with both Turkish law enforcement and their highly trained military units.
Shooters in the US often compare it to a hybrid between the Glock and the HK VP9, with a low-bore axis. It features a crisp trigger and durable internals. The slide finish holds up against sweat and rain. Used models can be found closer to $350 to $380. For a combat-proven pistol, that's a bargain.
Why it matters? The SAR-9 may be overlooked by shooters chasing bigger brand names, but it hangs with the best.
Turkish troops trust it. Law enforcement carries it. Civilian shooters in the US have racked up thousands of rounds.
Coming in at number 2, the Smith & Wesson M&P9 M2.0, chambered in 9x19mm.
It has a standard capacity of 17+1. Barrel length is 4.25 inches and weight sits at 24 ounces. It's polymer framed, striker fired, optics ready, with aggressive grip texture and interchangeable back straps.
The M&P series was Smith & Wesson's answer to Glock, and the M2.0 truly perfected that formula.
Endurance testing has seen the M&P9 M2.0 go tens of thousands of rounds without any significant stoppages.
Mud and sand tests confirm what police officers already know. This pistol runs when dirty and keeps firing.
The stainless steel chassis inside the frame adds rigidity, keeping the slide and barrel locked solidly after years of use. Price point. New models average $500 to $550, which is right in the sweet spot for a duty pistol.
With a crisp trigger, optics-ready options, and real-world duty history, it's one of the most reliable workhorses. And once more, factory magazines and clean ammo matter more than anything else. Do that in your M&P9 M2.0.
It will give you thousands of trouble-free rounds, even in the harshest environments. And finally, at number 1, the Canik TP9 Series. Chambered in 9x19mm, capacities range
from 15+1 in compact versions up to 18+1 in full-size moddies, with 4.5-inch barrels.
Weight is roughly 28 ounces, depending on the variant. Canik pistols have exploded in popularity for one simple reason.
They deliver high-end performance, features, and triggers at nearly half the price of their European competitors. The TP9SF, TP9SA, and TP9 Elite have all been praised for their smooth triggers and durable slides.
But what really sets them apart is their real-world reliability. These pistols have been adopted by Turkish military forces.
They have earned a reputation as the budget gun that simply just will not quit on you.
On the price front, the TP9 series is one of the most affordable. Most models sit around $350.
Used options sometimes dip into the low $300. For a combat-proven, optics-ready, striker-fired pistol,
With one of the best factory triggers in the business, that is truly incredible, undeniable value.
Why it matters. The Canik TP9 proves you don't need to spend a fortune to get a pistol that survives mud. It's rugged, it's reliable, and it's priced for the everyday shooter. And the key rule still applies.
Feed it factory magazines, stick with good quality ammunition, and keep it reasonably cleaned.
Your Canik will keep running when other, more expensive guns have choked and gone home.
So, here is the real lesson. Every single gun we covered today can take mud, dirt, and serious abuse.
But the secret isn't just the pistol. Your magazines and ammunition matter more than any internet myths.
Using factory magazines and quality ammunition will eliminate the vast majority of all perceived firearm stoppages.
Keep your gun clean, feed it right, and even a budget pistol will feel absolutely unstoppable in your hands.
That is how you build a system for maximum reliability. Stay sharp, stay safe, and I'll see you on the range.